All right, we're back for another week of Cincy Game Hunting. We're going to start off on the east side again today. It's kind of my normal route on the way to work. I stop by this Goodwill and see what we get. Haven't had a lot of luck here, honestly, recently, but things change. We'll see what we get. All right, we found some things. As you guys saw, we walked in there and I grabbed one of the white 360 that I saw on the bottom shelf of the electronics section. And I was like, oh, cool, 15 bucks, sweet. I plugged it in. It was red ringed. That's kind of common with the first generation 360. As most people know, the red ring of death is very prevalent. But walking away from the station where you plug things in to check them, I saw a 360 Slim just sitting there, and I'm like, why is that there? And I plugged it into the wall where it was at originally, and nothing turned on. And I wondered if that power strip was just not working, so I plugged it over to another power strip, and it turned on. Drawer opened, everything was good with it. Did not have a hard drive though. And I'm probably not keeping it for myself. I'm probably gonna flip it over to the game store down the street. Wes always, if I find stuff at thrift stores, he's always willing to pick them up and sell them in his store. So I told him, texted him and said, hey, I found a 360, you want it? And he's like, yep, bring it over. So I'm gonna drop that off to him sooner or later here. For myself though, we did pick up 4 games and this. It's a 360 keyboard for your controller. And I've never had one of these yet. So it's only $3. So I figured, why not? Grab that, put it in with my 360 stuff. I also picked up Halo Anniversary Edition. Now all the games were $2 a piece. I guess since they were unmarked, they sold them for $2, so that was pretty sweet. None of these were really earth-shattering price-wise, but games I didn't have. SpongeBob Flying Dutchman, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, excuse me, on the PlayStation 2. We also got Rogue Ops on the Xbox. Had never played this. I guess it's on multi-platforms. I'd never actually heard of it before, but it's on PlayStation, I guess, too, and a couple other ones. And also Far Cry Instincts. I didn't even know Far Cry had an Xbox original game, but it's an Xbox exclusive, so pretty excited to try that one out. I didn't even know it existed. Of course, my dealings with Far Cry don't go past, I think, Far Cry 3 or 2, so... Anyways, good deals. All the games were $8 combined. The keyboard was $3. I paid $11 altogether for that. And the 360 was $19, and I'm flipping that over to the video game store to let them sell it and do what they want with it. Because I don't need another 360. I've got 3 of them already. I've got an original, I've got a Slim, and I've got an E-Series, so don't think I need another one. All right, we stopped by the Salvation Army over on the west side, and they must have just gotten a huge influx of games because all of their cabins are stacked. They have 2 different spots where they hold games, and they're both kind of like stacked up double, and even stuff behind them too. So that's pretty sweet. Tomorrow is actually half price day, so I'm gonna probably come back and check out some more of those games, but I wanted to sneak by today just in case there was anything really worthwhile that I could grab for $3. Like I said, $3 is not much anyway, but if I can grab them for $1.50, I will. But there was one game that I did not want to wait on. Now, the lady behind the counter said this has been sitting there for almost a week. I'm wondering how. We picked up Wii Party. Now, this goes for like $30, $35, but this one's sealed. This has not been opened. So that goes for a little over $50. So paid $3 for it, and it is a completely sealed copy of Wii Party. Like I said, I was shocked that this has been sitting there for almost a week. Somebody had to have seen it. Now, I will say that it was back behind all the other games, behind the stacks of games. So it may have had something on top of it, and nobody really noticed it was there. But yeah, I was when I peeked over the counter and looked at it, I was like, "Can I see that, please?" Pretty awesome. We're gonna come back probably tomorrow if we get a chance and buy some more games over here, because I said they had a ton there, and I will gladly pick a bunch of them up for $1.50 a piece. But I was not gonna let Wii Party skip by, because I guarantee that won't be around tomorrow when I come back. All right, good stop, good pickup. Let's keep it rolling. All right, we got a couple games inside that Goodwill. Nothing really earth-shattering. It's just a bunch of stuff that I didn't have in the collection that I thought I'd grab. Everything was $5. This used to be, I think I mentioned this before in another video, this Goodwill used to sell games for $3, and they raised it after the quarantine, so that's kind of a bummer. But there was also that Mario Wii that I saw in there, and it had Mario in it, but it was the Mario Brothers cartoon. Oh well, I thought that was pretty cool, but I wasn't gonna pay $5 for it. Anyway, we picked up 4 games altogether. First of all, we got Need for Speed Most Wanted 510 on the PSP. I had not played this one before. I've got the Most Wanted games on other systems, but I don't have it on PSP, so that's pretty cool. We also got Lego Movie on Xbox One. Another one that I can play with my boy. And he loves the Lego games, and we can play that downstairs on the Xbox together. We also got Ghost Recon Wildlands. I haven't played this one yet. I love the Tom Clancy games, so I was stoked to see this there for $5 on PS4. Good pickup. And last but not least, this one really isn't worth anything, but I wanted to play it because it looked really interesting. Risen 2 Dark Waters on the Xbox 360. It's a pirate game, open world, I think, so I'm pretty excited about trying this out and seeing what it's all about. It's only worth like $6, which is kind of weird because the special edition is worth less than the regular edition, so go figure that one out. But yeah, gonna try it out on the 360 and see what it's all about. 4 games for $20. I think the value was pretty good. It was probably around like $50 maybe. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it all up when I get done, but yeah, not a bad little stop at the Goodwill. All right, we snuck over to RLA Video Games real quick. I I had noticed on their Facebook page they had just gotten a huge trade-in of PlayStation 2 games, and there was one in there that I really wanted. So I messaged Wes and said, hey, can you hold that for me? He said, sure. So I ran in there real quick and picked it up. Rogue Galaxy on the PS2. I believe it's a PS2 exclusive. Well, I guess it has to be because it's made by Sony. So that would have to be exclusive. It's a JRPG game. I love these games. It goes around 19-20 bucks. I paid it all with trade credit because I've got a bunch of trade credit saved up over there. So pretty sweet. Picked it up, and I'm going to enjoy playing it later on. We're going to step over to that Salvation Army that we were at the other day. And I'm going to try and pick up a couple more games. Like you saw yesterday, we picked up the Wii Party for $3. Everything is on sale for 50% off today, so let's see what we get. All right, that was pretty successful. We grabbed 5 games over at the Salvation Army. All of them ended up being $1.50 a piece because, like I said, it was 50% off day to day. We picked up 2 games for the Kinect from 360. First one was Gunstringer. This looks pretty cool. It's like a marionette Western gunfighter game. I'm willing to try anything out once. I'm trying to get a couple Kinect games because I think I'm going to try and hook up Kinect onto my 360 finally, because I just picked up that mount last week or so. It allows me to put a Kinect sensor and a Wii sensor on top of my television because it mounts it on top of the TV. I hadn't had room for a Kinect sensor on my setup in my game room, so this will help me out, and I'll try and get some Kinect games hooked up. We also picked up Rabbids Alive and Kickin'. Rabbids games are always fun. Bunch of mini games usually. On the 360 also we got Last Remnant. Another, looks like an action RPG. You know, Squaresoft always knows how to make solid RPGs, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna be pretty awesome. But yeah, Last Remnant on the 360. Also picked up Last of Us on the PS3. I have this already, but I think this is in better shape than the copy that I have, so I'm going to probably switch it out and keep this one and trade the other one that I have. And last but not least, we got Genji Days of the Blade on the PS3 as well. Don't know much about this one. I'm guessing it's kind of like a Dynasty Warriors hack and slash, but find out when I play it. All these together were about $7.50. So that's pretty sweet. And I love cheap games, and I'm going to keep it on rolling. All right, we ran into GameStop real quick because I had seen online that they had a special deal going on right now where depending on how many games you buy, the bigger the discount you get, up to 50% off. So if you buy 2 games, you get 20%, and goes on to 30 for 3, 40 for 4, you get the idea. And I picked up 5 games so I can get the maximum discount, and it's anything $19.99 or under. So you have to make sure that you're buying a game that's 20 bucks or less. So anyway, there's a lot of good deals you can find for $20 or less. I picked up 3 Xbox One games, a PS4 game, and a Switch game. The Switch game was Mud Runner American Wilds. I actually have the original game on PlayStation 4. And you're basically just running around like all the backcountry with either off-road vehicles or in semis trying to carry heavy loads through muddy areas and whatnot. It's very realistic looking. It's kind of cool, and definitely worth a try for, like I said, it's going to end up being $10, so pretty sweet for that one. We also got, on the Xbox One, Everspace. Now, I've heard this is kind of a hard game. They basically expect you to lose every time, and I guess you build up more and more as you go along, and it's basically a giant space mission, and you try to last as long as you can before finally giving up and losing. But I've heard good things about it, and I'm looking forward to playing it. That one ended up being, I think, like $6.50 after a discount. We also picked up the Surge 2. I bought the Surge 1 not too long ago. I hadn't had a chance to get that in the Xbox yet, but I couldn't pass up a chance to get this for $7.50. Looks pretty awesome. I'm not sure if it's an open world or if it's a fixed world or whatnot, but it looks like it's just a hack and slash type of game, but looking forward to trying that one out too. We also got, also on the Xbox One, the Call of Cthulhu. Now, if a lot of people might not know this, but this was a game on the Xbox original back in the day and also on the PC. And it's kind of an expensive game to get. I think it usually goes for around like $50, maybe a little more than that, depending. And this is only $10, and I'll take the upgraded visuals and whatnot. I'm not sure if this is a sequel or if it's just a straight up remaster, but looking forward to trying that out finally, because I haven't been able to find it. For one, it's very hard to find. For two, it's very expensive on the old Xbox. So looking forward to trying that one out again as well. And last but not least, we picked up the Resident Evil Origins Collection. Now, this is Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil, the original, on a 2-pack. Now, I have both of these games. I have 0 on GameCube, and I have Resident Evil 1, I believe, on Wii right now. I used to have the original PlayStation version. I had the long box. But I think I loaned it to a friend in high school. I never got it back. So, and I already beat it by then, so I didn't really bother buying it again. But looking forward to playing this with HD visual. This is going to be pretty sweet to do. And yeah, awesome game for $10. Gotta love it. Altogether, I think I spent $45. So that's a screaming deal for 5 games. All of them current gen. All of them look like they're good games, and I can't complain about that. All right, we had a garage sale up at the end of the week and found some good deals. And funny thing is, the owner of the house, when I was going out to pay, was like, "Hey, you have a YouTube channel, don't you?" I was like, "Yep, yes I do." So he said, "Yeah, I just watched your last episode last night." And I was like, "I appreciate it, man." So yeah, pretty cool. Got a viewer I bought some stuff off of, so pretty cool. He said he goes out and buys big lots of stuff and is a reseller, so it's pretty cool that I stopped by and picked up some good stuff for cheap. First of all, we got tons of controllers. I only got one game because everything that I saw in the box was pretty much stuff I either had or had no interest in. So, and majority was stuff I had. It was actually good games in there. It was just everything that I already had. So anyway, we picked up, first of all, a Dreamcast controller. Not one of these. Not just one, I should say, but 2. Wait, there's more. And 3. 3 Dreamcast controllers for $2 a piece. We also got a couple of NES controllers for $2. Got a Kinect sensor for $2. And we picked up one game prototype for the PS3. I have the first, the second game, but I don't have the first one. So, and I'm just totally realizing this. I may not be able to play this one because it's a PAL one. If you notice, there's no ESRB game sticker on it. So, yeah, this might be a PAL game. So I paid $1 for it, so I'm not sweating it too much. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to play it. No! Anyway, it may work. Who knows? But I think it's region locked. We also got the second NES controller, and we got one other controller. It was a 360 controller, and everything was in pretty good shape on it. No damage to the sticks or anything. So altogether, I want to say it was like $14 maybe, 13. I don't know. It was a good deal no matter what. Can't complain about that. And I said, got to meet a viewer and got some good deals. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you all coming out again. Stay safe as always. Until next time, keep hunting.